The deeds of surface warriors have helped keep this country free. From the war for independence to the war on terrorism, history is replete with the stories of their contributions, which have enabled surface naval forces to effectively defend the cause of freedom. Each year, the Surface Navy Association honors some of the individuals who have made exceptionally significant contributions to the Continental Navy, U.S. Surface Navy, U.S. Coast Guard, or to surface Navy warfare as a member of the armed forces or as a civilian. SNA is proud to introduce the following individuals as our newest inductees in the Surface Warfare Hall of Fame. September 1st, 1950, Incheon Harbor, South Korea. Lieutenant Eugene Clark leads a team of 2 South Korean interpreters and an Army intelligence officer to an island inside Incheon Harbor 2 weeks before the invasion. His mission is to provide vital information concerning the island area of Incheon. During that time frame, he provides radio reports to invasion planners regarding the accuracy of tide tables, the fact that mudflats in Incheon Harbor would not support the necessary weight of equipment and personnel, and that the harbor's seawalls were higher than estimated. In addition, he provides description, location, and other details of enemy artillery fortifications on Walmido Island, which commands the harbor. On 7 September and again on 14 September, enemy forces attempt to find and eliminate Lieutenant Clark's team. In an engagement with enemy forces, his small boat sinks one North Korean boat and destroys another. Subsequently, and in accordance with orders, he activates a lighthouse beacon at Palmido Island, centrally located in the approaches to Incheon. This provides the invasion force with a vital and critical tactical navigation aid. For his action, he is awarded the Silver Star by the Navy and the Legion of Merit by the Army. Eugene Franklin Clark retires from the Navy in 1966 at the rank of commander. 6 August 1945. An atomic bomb is dropped on Hiroshima, Japan, leading to the Japanese surrender and end of World War II. Leading up to this historic event, Captain William D Parsons is appointed by Robert Oppenheimer to be the chief engineer in charge of the development of the first atomic bomb, known as Project Y. He is selected for this position due to his impressive accomplishments as a surface warfare officer, including his role in the development of the VT fuse. Because of his familiarity with the design, development, and tactical features of the bomb, Parsons is assigned as the senior officer specialist during this highly critical bombing mission. Aboard Enola Gay, his key job is to install the arming mechanism shortly after takeoff and bring the bomb to life. Additionally, he is responsible for rendering final judgment in the event that an emergency situation requires deviation from the tactical arming plan. Parsons sits behind pilot Colonel Paul Tibbets on the Enola Gay, which carries the atomic bomb Little Boy. At 0830, Tibbets receives a radio message from the weather plane ahead that the target is Hiroshima. At 0838, the Enola Gay levels off at bombing altitude, 32,700 feet. At 0904, Parsons informs Tibbets that all is in order with the bomb and takes his bomb run position behind the pilot. At 0909, Hiroshima comes into sight. Parsons verifies the target and authorizes release. At 0915, the Enola Gay bomb bay door opens and releases Little Boy. Captain Parsons is awarded the Silver Star for his role on that mission and later receives the Distinguished Service Medal for his role on the Manhattan Project. September 5, 1942, Solomon Islands. Petty Officer First Class Charles J. French serves aboard the high-speed transport USS Gregory. He enlists in the Navy immediately following the attack on Pearl Harbor less than a year prior and serves in the messman branch. While on patrol in the early morning hours, the Gregory is attacked by Japanese destroyers and is severely damaged. As the ship begins to sink, about 15 survivors are adrift on a life raft as the enemy continues to fire at them from shore batteries. To avoid capture, French ties a line to himself and tows the raft of wounded shipmates through shark-infested waters. Exhibiting incredible strength and stamina, he swims for 6 to 8 hours with the raft in tow before they are rescued by a landing craft. French becomes a national hero after this heroic act and receives a letter of commendation from Admiral Halsey, commander of the Southern Pacific Fleet. He receives no medal award for saving the lives of his shipmates or for courageously swimming for long hours through shark-infested waters. Over 75 years later, he is being considered for further recognition of his heroic and inspiring actions, which were in keeping with the highest traditions of the United States Naval Service. March 1945, off the coast of Kobe, Japan. Lieutenant J.G. Donald Gary is an engineering officer attached to the USS Franklin when it was fiercely attacked by enemy aircraft. Stationed on the third deck when the ship is rocked by a series of violent explosions set off by her own munitions, Lieutenant Gary unhesitatingly risks his life to assist several hundred men trapped in a messing compartment filled with smoke and with no apparent egress. As the imperiled men below decks become increasingly panic-stricken under the raging fury of incessant explosions, he confidently assures them he would find a means of effecting their release. Groping through the dark, debris-filled corridors, he ultimately discovers an escapeway. Staunchly determined, he struggles back to the messing compartment 3 times, despite menacing flames, flooding water, and the ominous threat of additional explosions. On each occasion, he calmly leads his men through the blanketing pall of smoke until the last one is saved. Subsequently, he rallies others about him, repeatedly organizing and leading firefighting parties into the blazing inferno on the flight deck. Gary renders self-sacrificing service under the most perilous conditions, and by his heroic initiative, fortitude, and valor, is responsible for saving the lives of several hundred fellow crew members. For conspicuous gallantry and intrepidity at the risk of his life above and beyond the call of duty, Lieutenant Gary is awarded the Medal of Honor and retires from the Navy at the rank of commander in 1950. June 6, 1944, Omaha Beach, France. Seaman First Class Eugene Oxley serves on the Coast Guard manned LCI-85. They are scheduled to land on the right side of the easy red sector of Omaha Beach at 0830, 2 hours after the first landings. Oxley volunteers to take a ramp line ashore once they are grounded on the beach. As the flotilla approaches its designated landing area, a strong current pushes the LCIs away from their designated beaches, and the LCI is grounded on obstacles too far offshore to offload its troops. After making multiple attempts, the ship's captain is able to find a proper landing area. As they are maneuvering to the alternate landing area, the LCI takes several direct hits from shore-based heavy artillery and machine gun fire. As casualties start to mount on board, Oxley grabs the line and jumps overboard. By the time he gets to shore, the anchor he was supposed to secure in the sand has been shot away. Undeterred, he braces himself on the beach under heavy fire and holds the line taut for the troops to debark. After taking more devastating shell fire and casualties, the LCI backs away and transfers its remaining troops to a smaller landing craft, leaving Oxley stranded on the beach. By digging multiple foxholes, he survives 12 hours of unrelenting enemy fire before he is evacuated to a destroyer. For his incredible heroic actions on D-Day, Seaman First Class Eugene Oxley is awarded the Silver Star. June 26, 1944, Cherbourg, France. As a key component of Operation Neptune, Lieutenant Commander Quentin Walsh and his men, after landing on Utah Beach some days earlier, entered the town of Cherbourg with a complement of 50 men. His mission is to secure the harbor and prepare the port facilities to receive shipments of troops and supplies as soon as possible. Walsh's unit enters the city under heavy fire from machine gun nests defending German positions. Within a few short days of entering Cherbourg, Walsh's 50 men take 750 German prisoners, liberate over 50 American prisoners, capture Cherbourg's port, and help clear the harbor of enemy mines and obstructions. By his third day in Cherbourg, Walsh is named as Cherbourg's assistant port director. In addition to securing Cherbourg and saving American lives, his unit speeds thousands of troops and millions of tons of ammunition, equipment, and war material to the front lines. Walsh subsequently leads multiple actions, providing critical reconnaissance that results in opening additional ports, including Brest and Le Havre. For his actions and leadership in Operation Neptune, Lieutenant Commander Quentin Walsh receives the Navy Cross. Walsh retires as a captain in 1960. An Arleigh Burke-class destroyer is named in his honor. Courage, vision, commitment to mission. Common traits among uncommon individuals who have earned history's respect and who honor us all by their distinction as surface Navy warriors. SNA is proud to add these 6 outstanding individuals to the already 161 members of the Surface Warfare Hall of Fame.